everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new movie on Netflix, Cawthon City, starring Kat Graham, Shamik Moore, Eiza Gonzalez, Wesley Knife, T.I., Terrence Howard, and this movie is directed by RJA. And this movie, like when I was watching, this is not a great movie as whole, but I thought some part of this movie, or should I say some conversation between this character in this movie were so interesting when I was watching it, and it's really very engaging when you watch it. But overall, the whole movie is a little bit confusing. So I did see some people are like they didn't understand, especially the way it ended. I had to see the ending 2 times to understand what is it meant, because this movie has kind of like 2 endings. So when you watch it, you are like when you finish watch it, you are like, oh, what was that? So I'll get to that in a second. So because it's a spoiler. So this movie is basically about it take place in Katrina, and there was a huge hurricane there. So all their home got destroyed by the hurricane. So after that hurricane, they couldn't rebuild their home. So these people there, they kind of they are facing poverty, but they don't get help from anywhere. Especially Shamik Moore character, he tried to get a job, but he can't get it. But he's like a kind of an artist. I didn't understand what kind of artist. I think he makes sketch, right? That's what he's doing on his. Anyway, he couldn't get a job in his line, and he does have a college degree, as his wife was telling him, you are educated Black man. Of course, yet he went to, even though he was an educated Black man, still he went to the path. I was a little disappointed, honestly. Why did you go to that path? Do I wish he didn't go to? Of course, I did wish that. But this is a movie, and it was trying to show us how people sometimes choose wrong path, and what this path leads them to. I think this is what this movie was trying to tell us. Of course, this movie's direction isn't as good, but honestly, this movie's cast, they are amazing, and their acting is so good. The reason I said some of these scenes are so interesting, especially Ethan Hawke, he was really good in this movie. Kat Graham, she gave a really good performance. So the Shamik Moore, if you don't know who he is, because he's fairly new actor, so he is basically the voice of Miles Morales from the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I actually never seen him in any his live action movie. So this is first time I have seen him in any live action movie. So I thought his acting is okay. When I was watching him, I could see some scene he did struggle to give good performance, especially all the emotional scene. He was failed to give me good emotional performance. Especially this movie does have some other actor. They have more experience. They were really good, like Kat Graham. Wesley Knife, he was also in this movie. So every scene Wesley Knife was in, I was like, he's so good. I am a huge fan of him. I haven't seen him in a while. So it was nice seeing him. I can't believe how old he got since I have seen last. So he was really good. Did I like Terrence Howard in this movie? I thought Terrence Howard performances, he was acting like Lucius, you know how he is. His acting, basically he was acting like Lucius in this movie, and I can see it because I am a huge fan of Vampire Show. So I thought, I was thinking, hey, Terrence Howard, what are you doing? Yeah, T.I. was the villain in this movie. I thought he was also really good. Also, all the other character. There was also another character I didn't like, is Eiza Gonzalez, her character. She's a detective in this movie. I thought her character is kind of what the heck you're doing? That's not how people act when you're investigating something. She's just going everywhere alone. She's a lady. She should have a partner. That's not how real world works. So it did felt very fake. So as I was saying, direction isn't very good in this movie. Often the camera work was too shaky. I get it. This movie is a small budget movie, so all the sets in this movie were staged. So often he had to go into the room and shooting. But often the camera was shaking. So still, I thought this actor, all of this actor, they gave really good performance. Okay, so the ending is this movie has two endings. So this director, he was trying to tell, like, when you take this bad path, it leads you to death. But if you take a good path, like he was doing, continuing, like making those scratches and like, so basically it lead him to success if you didn't pick this path. Because I was like, the first ending, I was thinking like, why is he going back there and robbing stuff, because it got him killed. So that scene did piss me off. But the second ending, like the second path where he was successful and he made this art on the wall, I really like that part. So I'm glad he made those two directions. But this director, he didn't like always did took right decision in this movie. I think that hurt the movie. But still, I personally enjoyed this movie because some scenes are so engaging, interesting. I did enjoy them. But when this movie gets bad, it gets really bad and very confusing. So I do understand if some people didn't like this movie. For me, it was an okay watch. Do I recommend people check this out? It's depend. If you enjoy like all this thing I mentioned, you might like this movie. But if you didn't enjoy all this thing I said, you might not like this movie. That was my thought on this movie. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe and take care.